summer is officially over. I mean, we have to prepare for colder weather, and in a way that's sad, but also, it's something to look forward to as a fragrance enthusiast, because you can wear sweeter fragrances that have a heavier base, better performing fragrances that would be too cloying in the higher heat. And it happens to be my favorite genre in the fragrance game, those heavier fragrances towards the sweeter gourmand side. So without further ado, let me start off with this list. I have 10 designer fragrances for you today. I will do a separate list with 10 niche fragrances, just because this year I did want to mingle, and just to keep it simple for you guys. Starting off with number 10, but maybe I shouldn't say 10, because I don't really made like a top 10 list. I'm just going to show you 10 fragrances that I recommend checking out for the upcoming fall season. So, first one that I'm going to mention is no surprise. It is one that I have talked about, quite a few times. One of my all-time favorite fragrances in the designer game. This is none other than La Nuit de l'Homme. This one is just lavender, cardamom, cedarwood, compliment galore, and I happen to really enjoy wearing this one as it kind of calms me down. It makes me relax, so it's stress relief and nice to be complimented for your fragrances, of course, and this one just does that. So that's the first one. Second fragrance that I'm going to recommend you guys to check out is by the house of Valentino, and this one is Uomo. This is the original. I mean, they have an intense version as well, which is worth checking out if you are interested in Dior Homme Intense, because that one has been reformulated and the performance isn't up to par with what it was originally intended for. So Valentino Uomo Intense is worth checking out if you love Dior Homme Intense, but we're talking about this one right here. This is hazelnut, dark chocolate, and it's creamy, man. This one is just almost edible, and performance is through the roof. No complaints in that department. So Valentino Uomo, my second pick for fall. Third one that I'm going to mention to you guys is another one that has it's been around a long time, actually. See this on the left. For you guys it's left, for me it's right. This one is the older version of Hypnotic Poison, and this is the newer one. You can see some differences in the bottle, and the juice of course has been altered as well. It's still recognizable, but it doesn't have the same depth and intensity as it used to be. Nevertheless, it's still a great fragrance. I mean, this is one of my favorite scents on my wife. I mean, this is just so seductive. I would like to wear this one myself, but given the popularity of this fragrance and how recognizable it is for so many women, I mean, this is more of a guilty pleasure for me inside of the house rather than, for me to wear outside. So, but still, the scent itself, I mean, for a lot of you, this won't be a surprise. I mean, I can list some notes, but it's nothing that you probably haven't smelled before. This is an almond-based fragrance with a lot of vanilla, and it has a sweet and fruity side, so it's delicious. So that's the third one in my fall list. Starting off with the fourth. This is by Yves Saint Laurent, and this one is called Opium. This is the eau de toilette. You also have a dark blue bottle with just opium in the middle that is transparent but all dark blue. That's the EDP version. If you can get your hands on the EDP, don't let it slip for an EDT, because the EDP is far superior in my opinion, but still a great scent. I mean, this is one of the most authentic black currant anise fragrances that I have smelled, and it's just so warm. I mean, it's so inviting. It's a masterpiece by the house of Yves Saint Laurent. Not a lot of people talk about it. The only downfall is with the EDT. I don't really get a lot of performance. It lasts like for 4 to 6 hours max. I mean, that's that's pushing it. By the fourth hour, it will be kind of close to skin. But the EDP is a beast, so check it out. At my fourth place for this list, number 5, another classic by Dolce Gabbana. This is The One, the original EDT. I have used this bottle since 2012. It's a little off. I mean, the top notes kind of twisted a little bit. I don't know what happened, but I still remember really well how this smelled, because at some point this was my signature scent. This is, a beautiful ambery tobacco-based fragrance with some bright citruses in the opening, but it quickly transitions to that tobacco and that amber. Beautiful stuff, guys. There's also an EDP right now, and it is equally as good, if not better, as the original EDT. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is my 6th recommendation for you guys by the house of L'Occitane, and this is called Cade. Cade is an interesting fragrance, especially for the price. I mean, L'Occitane fragrances are not expensive, and it's really nice to see them offering fragrances that are high quality. They are completely natural. I mean, most of it is natural, so they say. This one is juniper berries, and it has something green to it. It's quite refreshing, but it has also like a balsamic side and a dry down. A beautiful fragrance that is worth checking out. I mean, a lot of people talk about Eau de Beau, but in my opinion, Eau de Beau is more of a winter scent. It's really heavy on the vanilla and the pine. This one is better for fall. Check it out. Cade by L'Occitane. So my 7th recommendation for you guys is by the house of Guerlain, and this is a classic. It's called Habit Rouge, and this is the Eau de Toilette. You also have an EDP, an Eau de Parfum. Habit Rouge is a masterpiece. There's few fragrances that match the complexity and depth that they have reached and put into this fragrance. That they have reached like star status composition, in my opinion. It has quite literally everything from the fragrance game combined into one, and they kind of mastered it to bring it in a way that it doesn't smell weird. I mean, let me try to explain real quick. I'm not going to in-depth about the composition, but it opens up with fresh bright citrus notes, and it transitions to a floral heart with base notes that contain like leather, oak moss, amber. It's something else. I mean, if you're just new to the game and this is the first one you smell, you might think about like, wow, this is like old stuff. It's too mature for me, but give it a chance. It's just a masterpiece in my opinion, and it lasts really well, even for an eau de toilette. So that's my 7th recommendation for you guys. My number 8 is again by the house of Dolce & Gabbana, and this one is the original Pour Homme. I have to say this is a remake. I mean, in 2012 they reformulated it and they gave it a new packaging. Before it was a stickered bottle, but still a great scent. Lemon, tobacco, amber. I mean, I get a little bit of dark pepper as well. There's a spicy side as well to this soft and masculine tobacco, but it opens up really fresh, and it's never overpowering. It's never too beastly, but it lasts like 8 to 10 hours still with this formulation. So worth checking out. I mean, this is if I would have to pick between The One and Homme by Dolce Gabbana, I mean, I would still go with this one. This is the better one out of the two, and I really like The One. As you have seen, I've almost used the bottle entirely. So, almost done with this list, and I have another two fragrances by the house of Guerlain. I know, I'm sorry, this is just one house that I really respect and I love a lot of their scents. First one that I'm going to show you is a version for women. Don't be fooled. I mean, if you're confident enough, I think you can pull this off as a man, but like with Hypnotic Poison, it's quite well known by a lot of women, so they might, you know, suspect you of wearing a scent that is marketed towards women. So if you're bothered by that, you might have to skip out on this one. But again, this is just one of the most seductive scents for women that I have smelled. I mean, this is fruity, but like a sour cherry. It has red berries. It has, again, almond. Like in Hypnotic Poison, it's one of those notes. I mean, it's perfect for fall. It's comforting, it's inviting, it's warm. And this fragrance lasts, it performs. I mean, if my wife sprays this on and she leaves the house, I can smell her all across the house, and it's just, you know, it's not going anywhere. Great fragrance. This is the Eau de Parfum. Lovely scent, guys. And my last one is marketed towards men. This is the Eau de Parfum version of L'Homme Idéal. Again, this has almond. They kind of wanted to go with something that has the mass appeal of La Petite Robe Noire for women, but without the overly sweet and fruity side. I mean, this still has sweetness to it, but they kind of used it in a way that it is, you know, more accessible for men that, you know, are shy of smelling too sweet. So this has some leather in it as well, and of course the vanilla, and just a beautiful, beautiful fragrance. Performance is okay. I mean, it's not a beast by any means, but it's worth checking out. Check out the back of this bottle. I mean, it's really cool. I like this scent a lot. So guys, if you don't know what to wear for this upcoming fall season, check out one of these fragrances. Let me know which ones do you really like out of this list, or which ones would you recommend me to check out. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a like and drop a comment below. Also, don't forget to subscribe to help support the channel, guys. I hope to see you soon on my channel. I will do a niche list soon, so stay tuned for that, guys. I hope you have a great day. See you in the next one. Bye.